Hi, my name is Soufiane El Amrani. I'm the Easy to Read editor and self-advocacy at Inclusion Europe. First, I will present Inclusion Europe. Europe is the European movement. Inclusion Europe is the European movement of people with intellectual disability and their families. There is also EPSA, the European Platform of Self-Advocate. They meet every 2 years and do a self-advocacy conference. Inclusion Europe has 79 members in 39 countries and EPSA 20 members in 17 countries. What we want is a Europe where people with intellectual disabilities can make a decision about their lives, are part of the community, and can work and get paid. I started working in 2008 at Inclusion Europe. This was not my first job. I worked in a telephone company as a sales representative before, but I am happy I am now working at Inclusion Europe. I really enjoy what I do. First, when I started the job, I had some trouble to work in French because it is not my first language. Translating documents from English to French was challenging, but I trained using the internet and now it is much easier. At Inclusion Europe, I participated in important projects such as the European Standards for Easy to Read. They were created in 2000. I participated in many things Inclusion Europe does in ETR. Here's a list of examples. I work with a team. I meet new people, made new contacts. One positive thing is that I feel very supported by my team. They give me backup and understand my needs. They give me comments on my work and call me when I need. I'm thankful for their support. I have a great relationship with my coworkers and I'm friends with many of them. Why is employment important for me? Employment is very important. Thanks to my job, I am more independent. I live on my own. I have money to buy food, movies, books, and games. It makes me feel respected as a member of the community. Now I'm going to talk about my Talents for Diversity project. Inclusion Europe started this project with partners from Belgium, Spain, and Estonia. We all believe people with intellectual disability can work like everyone else. The main goals were to connect people with disability and employers, to show that employing people with disability is not hard, as many think it is. With this, we can say that inclusive employment is not only possible, but a good experience for everyone. What did we do in the project? We did some research. The document called European Research and the Lessons Learned was written by the Antwerp Management School. It shows that hiring workers with intellectual disability is good for everyone. The research explains how companies can support workers with intellectual disability. It also shows that workers with intellectual disability can contribute to their company in many ways. The research looks at the laws we have and what we could do to improve them with two national examples, Spain and Estonia. There is also a report on the impact of COVID-19 on the employment of people with intellectual disability. This was written by our Spanish partner. Because of COVID, less people with intellectual disabilities are working and sheltered workshops are closed. It is important that the solution for the COVID-19 includes people with intellectual disability and more people with intellectual disabilities are hired. Then we did some training materials for employers. The guide is for employees to learn about inclusive employment and how to put it in practice. This was done with our Spanish partners. We also did some videos to show examples of good practices, job coaching, training, reasonable accommodation, the role of family. If you want to watch them, you can see me in some of these videos. Thanks to the project, we started a discussion on employment of people with intellectual disability and provided materials so employers and organizations can promote inclusive employment and make it a reality. The project has given us many lessons for the future. These lessons are the following. Employers should receive training to know how to support people with disability and do reasonable accommodation. Countries should collect data on employment of people with intellectual disability. Employers should be able to receive financial support. We should make sure employers can find workers with intellectual disability. The hiring and onboarding processes should be accessible. People with intellectual disability and their representatives should be consulted in all decisions that affect them. People with disabilities in sheltered workshops should be recognized as workers. Technology must be accessible for people with disabilities. People with intellectual disabilities should learn skills to find employment. This can be done through job coaching. The benefit trap must end. Segregation must end. People with intellectual disabilities should be able to work with everyone else. If you have any other questions, here are our email addresses. Please feel free to contact us, and thank you very much.